Now I'm on page 7 in your packet, Session 2, Sharps, Flats, and Naturals. These are also called accidentals. Sharps, flats, and naturals all have a specific purpose. I can take any note. Add a sharp before it, and it raises the pitch of that note by 1/2 step. I could also take a note, put a flat in front of it, which looks like a lowercase b, that lowers that note by 1/2 of a step. If I want to negate a sharp or a flat, I simply put a natural sign in front of that note, telling me to negate the sharp or the flat. The easy way to remember these are, the sharp looks like a number sign. The flat, like a flat tire on your car, makes the note go down 1/2 step. The natural returns it to its natural position back to where it was. Now, also on page 7, I'm introducing you to key signatures. The key signature is a very simple function. It tells you which notes in the key that you are about to play are sharp, flat, or natural. The key of C has no sharps or flats in it. So if I see a key signature with no sharps or flats, I can assume that I'm either in the key of C major or A minor. And we'll get to the relative minors in just a little bit. But if I'm in the key of G, I know that the key of G has one sharp, and that's F sharp. Rather than sharping every F in the key of G as I'm playing along, that would get very messy. Rather than doing that, I simply indicate in the key signature which note will always be sharp. So I can write as many F sharps as I want. I don't have to put the sharp in front of it, but I know that these notes are going to be F sharp. If the F sharp is in the key signature, it also means that all of the Fs that I would be playing are going to be F sharp, not just these. Okay? So in the key signature, it tells you that that letter name is going to change. When I see an F sharp, I know that all of the Fs that I'm about to play are going to be sharp. If I wanted to change one of those Fs to an F natural, I would put a natural sign in front of it, which would tell me I want to play that note as an F natural, not as an F sharp. Now, the sharps also come in a certain order, which makes it a little easier to know what your key signature is when you begin playing a piece of music. The first sharp is always F sharp. If you see a piece of music that has one sharp, it will always be on F. These sharps go in a certain order, and there's a reason for that. We'll get to that in the circle of fifths in just a little bit. The first sharp is always F, and it's very simple to figure out what the next sharp is because I start with F and I count. I count F as 1 and I go up 5. F, G, A, B, C. C is 5 away from F. C is the next sharp. Starting with C, I go up 5. C, D, E, F, G is the next sharp. I start with G and I go up 5. G, A, B, C, D. And I can continue on, and that tells me my circle of sharps. That's indicated on your circle of fifths, and it's in your packet. But that's how we figure those out. Whenever I see 4 sharps, I know what they are. I know that it will be F, C, G, and D, always in that order. Okay? Let's talk about flats. Flats also come in an order. The first flat is always B flat. Anytime I see a key signature with one flat, I know that I'm either in F major or D minor. Those keys have one flat. The next flat is E flat. Now, just like the sharps went up by 5, the flats go up by 4. So starting with, we can start with F, because the key of F has one flat, which is B flat. F, G, A, B. Okay? In the key of F, there's one flat, and it's B flat. F, G, A, B flat. From B flat, I go up 4. B flat, C, D, E flat. From E flat, I go up 4. E flat, F, G, A flat. And so on and so forth. The circle of fourths goes up in flats. Flats go up in the circle of fourths. If you know which note to start on, F or B flat, you can figure out what key you're in. Now I'm going to show you a trick to key signatures that will make your life much easier. The trick to key signatures is this. In a sharp key, if I see some sharps and I'm just not sure what key I'm in, I can take the sharp that's farthest to the right, and I go up one letter, and that tells me what key I'm in. Okay? This sharp, if I had to figure this key out, I would start here. Every good boy does. That's a D sharp. So if I go up one letter from D to the letter E, this tells me that in this key, 4 sharps, I'm in the key of E. If I take the sharp farthest to the right and I go up one letter, it tells me what key I'm in. Here I have 3 sharps. The sharp farthest to the right is G sharp. I go up one alphabet letter from G to A. I'm in the key of A. Taking the sharp farthest to the right, C sharp, going up one alphabet letter to D. I'm in the key of D. And it even works with one sharp. Taking the sharp farthest to the right, even if it's the only sharp, going up one alphabet letter from F sharp, I'm in the key of G. There's a similar trick for the flat key signatures. I take the next to last flat. Okay? Here's the last flat to the right. I take the next to last flat and it names the key. For instance, this key is the key of E flat. Taking the flat next to the last one, it names the key, E flat. If I take away just one of these flats, now I have 2 flats. The next to last flat names the key. This flat is B flat. I'm in the key of B flat. The next to last flat names the key. D flat, I'm in the key of D flat. A flat, I'm in the key of A flat. That's how that works. Those are the easy way to remember the sharp and flat keys. The circle of fifths is on page 9 in your packet. I'm not going to draw it out on the board because it's much easier to look in your packet at the circle of fifths. It's a nice circle. The circle of fifths works like this. Usually in music we'll begin with the key of C just as a reference point. As I showed you with the key signatures, in the sharp keys we go up 5 to name the next key. So I know that the key of C has no sharps or flats. I'll begin there. If I see a key that has 1 sharp, I know that that's the key of G. C up to G is 5 steps. C, D, E, F, G. To find the next sharp key, I go up another 5. G, A, B, C, D. To find the next sharp key, I go up another 5. D, E, F, G, A. The important thing to remember is to count the key that you're starting with as 1. If you miss that key, you'll be off by 1 on all of your keys. Now with the flats it works the same way, but we go up in fourths. From C to F is 4. C, D, E, F. From F to the next key is 4. F, G, A, B flat. I know that it's a flat because in this cycle I'm going through the flat keys. If you'll look at your circle of fifths, what it will do is it will help you remember your key signatures. It will help you name them, major and minor, and it will help you know what sharps and flats are in each key. For instance, if you see a key, and you can use your circle of fifths and follow along, if you see a key that has 3 flats, you can either know that you can use the next to last flat to name the key, or you can look at your circle of fifths to know that that is the key of E flat, or you can use your circle of fifths to look at it to find the relative minor key, which is C minor. All of those things are very helpful, and all of those things come from the circle of fifths. Memorizing the circle of fifths will help you memorize your key signatures. Once you've memorized your key signatures, you'll know what key you're playing in, and it's always a good thing as a musician to know what key you're in.